everybody, welcome back to my channel. For those that don't know me, I am Hildy McQueen, USA Today bestselling author of historical romance, and today I am going to do a spread here in my Erin Condren Life Planner because not only do I write, but I have to plan. I've always been a paper planner. So before I go to voiceover, let me tell you what I've decided to do this week. I am going to do a black and white with a little bit of gold spread, and I'm using these washies here, and I am also going to be using stickers from this Me and My Big Ideas color storybook, and then I'm going to dig out all the black and white ones, and you can buy these at Michael's. Most of my washi is also from Michael's, and except for this gold washi, I am not exactly sure where I got this from, but I will try to see if I can figure it out, and I will put a link below, but I don't know, it doesn't have any kind of description in it. So I'll be using monochromatics, I'll be using this washi tape, and then a few stickers from Intco, my husband's Etsy shop, because I did a lot of writing this past week and I want to talk to you a little bit more about it on my voiceover. So let's get started. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up, and if you have not subscribed to my channel yet, please do so, because I do planning, chit chat, book stuff, and sometimes I even blog. Let's get started. Hello. Okay, so we are on voiceover now, and so this week, for the first 2 days of the week, I was in the mountains. I did a writer's retreat with 2 writers, and let me tell you, for those of you that are writers, you have to consider doing this. I never quite understood the value of it, because I kept hearing people going off to writer's retreats, and I thought, yeah, they probably sit around and talk story all day and drink wine and get a little bit of writing done. But let me tell you, I was up in the mountains Friday night, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, came back Tuesday, but I did write in the morning. And by the time I came back, I was writing over 20,000 words. And I was like, what is this? I mean, it was amazing. We hunkered down with our laptops and sat there and wrote all day and took breaks to eat and just kept writing. I set my timer in 45-minute intervals. My other friend who writes to music, she had her headphones on and rocked on while she wrote. And, we each had our own style, and it managed to work very well. So I highly recommend that if you have a place to get away, even if you rent a hotel room for 2 days, bring some food and hang out in there and write. You will be amazed how much you can get done without the distractions of everyday life. Like right now, I'm hoping that the little dogs stay quiet while I do this voiceover, because they keep jumping up and barking at imaginary things. So we'll see how it goes. So if you hear like awkward pauses while I'm talking, it's because I have to stop the microphone, let them finish their little bark rant, and then go back to recording. Okay, so as I said in the intro, I'm going to do a monochromatic spread. So at first I was thinking, well, I can go ahead and put down my word count, but I actually decided against it later because I wanted to just stick to the black and white. So instead of writing the word count in there, I put down the sticker that says yas, and then underneath it, put down my total for that day, and my total for that day was 8,000 words. That was not my highest total, by the way, for one day of writing. So yeah, one day of writing, I think my highest was 9,500. So yeah, it was amazing. I got close to 30,000, but actually my other writer friend, she did 35,000. She's a faster typer than I am, I guess. So on Monday, while I was still up in the mountains, I did write all day, but I did, in between my breaks, my 45-minute breaks, I stopped and did a couple of little stints where I took a break, walked around, and then checked my email, updated social media, that sort of stuff, so that I wasn't just sitting there getting totally overwhelmed by the whole situation. And it wasn't overwhelming. That's the strange part. I guess because it wasn't like I do this every day, and I knew I had a certain amount of time to do it, so it wasn't overwhelming at all. So I wanted to fill in that awkward space, and I put down those 2 little hearts, and now that I look at it, I don't think it's that cool, but that cute, but anyway. For Tuesday, I put down another full box to kind of just fill in the space. I wanted to use one full box per day. And on the top, I just put reminder, and I wanted to be finished with this book before I left. And I actually finished it, I think, on Friday and started another book. I think that's how I did it. Yeah, I did. And so on Tuesday, I was done. It was the end of my time there. I had finished the book like I wanted to, so I wrote in, tried to do my hand lettering and put down the end. And then because that was my main goal that I hoped to accomplish, didn't have high expectations, and when I made it, I was just like, holy moly, that was awesome. And then that day, because it was um, time to come down off the mountain, we actually had planned to stay there till Wednesday, but there was an icing coming. It was going to be sprinkling, and it was going to be like 17 degrees, and we would have been stuck there for another 2 days. So we decided to come home one day early. So we spent the morning writing, and then cut at noon, packed up our cars and our stuff, and drove home. It was only like 2.5, 3 hours home, so it's not a long drive. I like that the full box says dreams don't work unless you do, because that's totally true when it comes to anything, especially when you do something like when you're working for yourself, when you have to be self-motivated, you really have to stick to your to working hard and being your own accountability person. So on Wednesday, I got home and I wanted to review the goals, because one of the things we did while we were up there is set our goals and work on timetables for the rest of the year. So I wanted to review them, kind of go over them again, and then I wanted to make sure that I did 10,000 words for the week, and I had a good start. I mean, obviously I was already at 8,000, so I should have set a higher goal, which I did make, by the way. And then I had to unpack, and then I just put this little, I didn't really have much else to do because I was going to spend most of the day writing and doing some catch up, like, unpacking, laundry, that kind of stuff. And so I didn't really want to put all that down. And so what I did is I just put down goals, kind of centered it on a washi, because that was one of the things that I was going to be focusing on. And then on the bottom part, I just filled that out with a full box and then the plan, which is I centered that in the center to kind of say what this day was about. It was pretty much about planning the future, setting my goals for my releases for the rest of the year, that sort of thing, which I know that not only writers, but other people in other professions do that well. January is the perfect time to sit back, look at your goals, look at what you're doing, and then make sure that it works with the timetables and that the goals are realistic. So when as a writer, what I do is I know how long it takes me to write, so I give myself, so many weeks to make sure that if I write this much per day, and how long it'll take me to finish a book. And then I set, the deadline, and then I work in the time for my proofreaders and my editors and all that other stuff, and then I have to set the schedule to start advertising for these books. Prior to that, I have to set up ads. I have to send copies of the drafts to my beta readers. And what beta readers are the people that get the first draft of the book. They read it, and they could do a couple of things. One of the things they do is tell you, well, there's this big plot hole you missed. The princess fell in a hole and you never said how she got out, something like that. And then they also can do minor proofreading, which really is not necessary because it's a draft. So there's going to be a lot of changes that need to be done, but when the book comes live, they can review it if they wish to. Actually, the main premise for most of the time for beta readers is for them to review it when the book comes out. That way you have ready. Some people already set up that have read your story that can review it as soon as it comes out. Okay, so on Thursday I had my first home group, and what it is at my church we have Bible study, and so I had to prepare for that day. I did a little bit of writing, not a lot, and then I had to make some swag because I'm going to a readers event in February, and I have to mail the stuff out the following week. And so yeah, pretty much minor stuff around the house. On Friday, it was going to be my stay at home day all day and get a bunch of stuff done. My to-do list was out of this world. I still, of course, I do my top 3, and let me tell you guys that really, really, really works. So as you can see here, my top 3 were write, laundry, and vacuum the house. And oh my lands, I need to buy one of those things, whatever they're called, the vacuum, because there's so much dog hair. It seemed like I was gone for a month instead of a few days. There's dog hair everywhere. Okay, and then that evening I went to meet with some ladies that are in charge of my planner group, because we were kind of planning for the next day. We were going to have a major planning group meeting. On Saturday, my to-dos were to go to Lowe's. Oh wait, before I go there, I did put this girl up because she is black and white and she's super cute, and she's the last one on this sticker sheet from Jameson Reed. And I don't know if you can tell on camera, but her little tote, her little bag is sparkly, so it makes her so cute. Working on the weekend, I tried to put down this banner. I was going to use it like a kind of go across the 2 days, and I was trying to figure out how to just kind of make the 2 days into one, and then I decided that I couldn't. I don't know. I just didn't like the way it was working, so I went back to the drawing board, and I'm trying different things to make it, as you can tell. And like, I don't have that many. I couldn't find any more black and white stickers, so I'm like trying to figure out what to do. And then I found one, and I'm like, oh, duh, this other page has some too. So here I go, deciding I don't have to make Saturday and Sunday one day. I'm going to make them individuals. So I put this sticker down. This is one thing at a time. It's a good reminder. That's why we set our top 3 for every day, so that we can do one thing at a time, concentrate, and get those top 3 done. And for Saturday, I don't really follow this rule because it's the weekend, but I had planned to go to Lowell's, have lunch at a pizza place, and then have my planner meetup. And that top 2 went out the window because my friend came in from Charleston, and she was going to asked me to meet her for lunch at this popular sushi fusion place and celebrate her daughter's birthday. And I've known her daughter since she was like about 5, so I was like, and she's turning 26, I think. So yeah, I'm like I said, plans went out the window, and I ran over to meet them for lunch. On Sunday, it's my normal go to church, go to lunch, and that was cool. That's exactly how the day went, and I ended up sitting on my recliner like a big piece of lard. I was just so tired for some odd reason, and I just slept on and off and binged on YouTube the rest of Sunday. That's what I did. So while I'm looking for my sticker, I just want to tell you guys thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I will be doing another planner another planner video where I will be talking more about my writing, timing, and that sort of stuff. Thanks a lot. And this is the overview. Let me move my stuff out of the way. And oh, I'm saying goodbye, and I'm not even done. I forgot the sidebar. Yes. So on the sidebar, as you know, I usually decorate it, and then I might write one thing or two. And this time I decided to just decorate. I didn't want to really put too much more. So I put this box up that says, think good thoughts. So, because I wanted that to be the theme for the week. And then I put my black washi, which kind of reminds me of electrical tape. And then I covered, I covered the washi down there because one of them, the seams was a little jagged looking with the dot that says This Amazing Life. And this butterfly was mostly black and white, so I put that butterfly up. I think it's really, really pretty. And then I covered I don't know what you call these flags, the corner flags with the gold washi, because that blue really did not go at all. I wanted absolutely no other colors on my spread. So I decided that I was going to cover both of the flags on top because they're like a dusty blue with this gold washi. And after that, I looked for another. I felt like the butterfly by itself looked kind of sad. Kind of lonely. So I decided I needed something else there. So I ended up layering it with another sticker. And that's what I do now. I find this sticker. I'm really excited. That's why I was clapping, because I thought it turned out really pretty. So now I can tell you, thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful week. Bye.